It is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. This system is really going to make a big difference for our businesses. And I noticed people that I have not seen probably in about and Jennifer was a person that was one of these people that I haven't seen in about 2 months. And her skin looked amazing. Huge difference in how she looked. I know, I'm trying to see I hear some background noise.
It was me, sorry.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure.
Live feed, I apologize for that.
Oh, no worries. I wasn't sure if that was me. I was just checking. I literally could walk around conference and pick out the people who were using the skincare. That's what I thought was amazing, that I could see such a difference in their faces. How about you, Kalina? Could you see that?
Oh yeah, as soon as Jen went up to speak on stage, because I had not seen her yet, so I hadn't seen her since the June conference here, and I said, "What is she doing? She looks different." And it's like, it's like she must be using the skincare, because honestly, otherwise I would have said she probably had some work done. But and I said that to her too. I'm like, you either have been using the products or you had a facelift. She's like, oh, I would not have a facelift. I said, well, then that's a huge change. I could not believe she was absolutely radiant up there. It was really. It was really neat to see.
Yeah, and that's what got me excited, because I saw a difference in her. And then, a lot of the people that I've, have seen in Shaklee over the years, I was sitting there, saw them on stage, and I was like, I bet they're using the skincare. And then, they would announce on stage, I've been using it for the last 2 months. And I was like, yeah, it is so noticeable. So I am pumped, and people love it. And my skincare is not here yet. It's supposed to be here any day. I know some people brought some home. Kalina, I don't know if you brought some home with you.
It's shipping. It'll be here tomorrow. I've been actively tracking it because I'm dying to get my hands on it. So.
And the thing, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I just said I can't wait.
I'm adjusting my glasses. They're all crooked. I know, it's amazing. The thing that I was also really surprised about, what Shaklee said, was that we sold out. So at conference, they sold out of all of the product that they had there. They had to have a truck come in and bring more product, and that sold out. So I don't even know how many millions of dollars were sold over conference time. And since I've been home, I arrived home late Saturday. I sold 2 full kits yesterday. People are so excited. They want to get their hands on it. So I think this is really going to help our businesses tremendously. And I'll let you jump in, Kalina.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. I mean, the difference is that this line is going to provide for us that there's absolutely nothing else available like this on the marketplace. We have such a competitive advantage. And the fact that we're holding true to the Shaklee standards and quality, purity, and safety alone is outstanding. But then when you go ahead and you throw in this skin age index and how the clinical results have come through with such amazing results, I just don't see how everyone isn't going to want to have their hands on this product and take advantage of being able to make their skin look and act younger, because we have the scientific proof behind it. And often there are just the before and after photos that, Mary Jo Sue took in her bathroom, and you hope that they're right. We have the clinical studies that prove it and the safety behind it all. So I just think we are very, very lucky. Shaklee has done it again for us.
Absolutely. Okay, so let me cover, if you don't mind, I'm going to cover a couple key things that really struck out for me during the conference on the skincare. So there's a couple things that I took some notes. So I will be looking down at some notes, and then I thought maybe we'd let some other people jump in on either comments that they thought about. So I loved that 100% of the women in the clinical trial saw a difference in their skin. Now, this skincare set is good for men and women, but with the women that he tested, 100% of the women saw a difference. Generally, they'll see a difference within a week. And so that was something that people also made a comment within about a week. And then it sounded like 30 days. And at the 2-month mark, there was also some big differences that they saw. Okay, now, one of the things that I thought was interesting was Shaklee said, as we age, key processes in each skin layer start to change. So they went over the 3 different skin layers that we had. They talked about that those processes start to change as we age, and our ability to renew our skin, the skin cells, actually starts to slow down as we age. And I thought this stat was very interesting. They said at 14 days, when a baby is, in that baby stage, they can renew their skin in just 14 days. And for a person over the age of 50, it takes them 56 days to renew their skin. Isn't that amazing? So that gives you an idea of how the cells are not turning over that quickly as we start to age, right? Kalina, did you like that stat when you heard it?
I love that. I found that very interesting. I never knew those numbers. And so to learn that was really neat, and it makes sense. My kids, when they get scratched, they heal so incredibly fast, and it's because their bodies are just constantly regenerating. And so when you think about that as you age, how that changes, I really honestly never put too much thought into it. I just thought, okay, we're going to get older and we're going to look at too.
Right, exactly. So when we think about the cells are renewing on our skin, right? It's called skin cell renewal, and we want that to happen very quickly. But as we start to age, that slows down. Okay, so I found that interesting. Also, I found that every year past the age of 20, we produce have the ability to produce 1% less of collagen production. So our collagen production starts to slow down. I thought that was interesting. And so this skincare line regenerates cells to produce more collagen and elastin, and we are the only company on the market that has a skincare system that does that. That was impressive to me. So we're working at the cellular level. A lot of the skincare systems, most of them on the market that I know of, are not working at the cellular level. They're working on that top layer of skin. So we're getting in and we're actually rechanging the cells. So what did you want to add to that, Kalina?
Yeah, I found that fact to be very, very interesting because, you think that when you're using a skincare product, I guess I really thought the surface changes were doing more than, just on the surface, but they're not. And so to know that it's working down at the cellular level where it really matters, where the changes really are going to be, really impressed me.
Isn't it? And so, okay, now we also have the muscadine grape extract. So you know where this is at. You're familiar with the muscadine grape. We're using it in the Vivix product. So this is also in the skincare. So woohoo to that. We know the power of the muscadine grape. So this is in the skincare. Now I love this comment that was made. It protects cellular DNA and blocks collagen and elastin breakdown. Okay, so that's another important piece of this skincare system. So you can tell some of the science behind this system, which is different from other companies that are on the market. Okay, it's cruelty-free, it's 100% vegan, and it's gluten-free, which I thought was interesting because before I actually left for conference, my sister had actually said to me, I need a skincare system that is gluten-free. And I wasn't even aware that companies make gluten-free. She has gluten sensitivities, and I was like, really? Do they do that? And then Shaklee comes out and says it's gluten-free.
Right, and I've been gluten-free on and off for my children with their needs, and it never occurred to me to look into the skincare products. And so when they said that, I was like, oh, I totally need that.
Right?
I'm really excited to see what changes that'll make in our house too.
I loved that. So when I've been talking to people, I'm really hitting the fact that we're working at the cellular level. We're increasing collagen, and we're helping with that breakdown. And what we're actually doing is making the cells, the way I understood the way the scientists were talking about it, is we're waking the cells up to start behaving like they're young again. And so that is very unique, and we can get the cells to start behaving as they're young. But also that this is a natural skincare system. I was also impressed with the idea that Shaklee said there are 2,500 chemicals that Shaklee chose to not have. I mean, we weren't going to have chemicals in our products anyways, but there are 2,500 ingredients that Shaklee chose to make sure are not in this skincare system, which is amazing, which is awesome.
That's a really long list.
Right?
Yeah.
And the big challenge that skincare has in the natural area is that we find that people who are using natural skincare, they don't see results. They mentioned that at the conference that they don't see results, and then you've got to go to a toxic skincare line, and maybe you'll get results, but at what cost? So I love that. What were you going to add, Kalina? I know you had some more thoughts.
I do, just because, I find it really neat. You hadn't mentioned, I don't think you mentioned yet, the patents that are on this.
Oh, no, I did not.
There's 8 patents and patents pending. And so, which is one of the reasons that Shaklee came out with youth and has been developing it for the past 8 years. I mean, 8+ years in the making, that they kept this a secret from us, that they were working on this to have it meet the standards that they wanted, that they set for themselves. So we have these patents that nobody's going to be able to touch what we're doing, and do the exact same thing. And this line is powered by botanicals that are going to work at the cellular level. Like Teresa said, it renews at the cellular level. I mean, you guys, we're really set up with this one.
Now let's talk about, if I was looking, I don't have my catalog in front of me, but the price point is $250 for the full kit. If somebody has that on auto ship, they are also getting right now, I think that might run till the fall, they are getting the like C&E complex.
It's
for free.
December 31st, and yes,
okay, great.
correct. With their first auto ship, they're going to go ahead and get that Radiance C+E, the little pods, which I meant to bring one down with me, but they are going to get that for free. Here's what they look like.
Oh yeah, those are so neat. And so you actually pop those, you sort of rip them open. They're biodegradable, so the actual little pod disappears, and then you put that on your skin. So if you're
plenty of product in those too.
I know, I saw your live video feed. There's a ton of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so let me just go over the way that you're supposed to use the product. So you would cleanse your face first, then you're going to use the toner. And then if you are using I'm calling it C&E right now, but that is the other name that you had. Go ahead, what were you going to say, Kalina? The squiglets. So then you would put the squiglets on, then you're going to use the youth activating system, which is really the powerhouse of this system, and then you would put your moisturizing cream on.
That's right. And that moisturizing cream with the SPF 30 in it, that's great.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Okay, so that is the full kit. Like I said, there's a discount if they're on an auto ship. I mean, not discount, there's a free product if they're on an auto ship with that. I'm trying to think what else to tell you guys about it. Maybe I'll stop here to see if anybody has any questions. Is there anything in the chat box?
I'll look in the chat box too, but one thing I found really interesting too is that they put that muscadine grape and what was the other ingredient, Teresa? I'm just not finding it right now, but they put those ingredients in each step of the system. And
oh, yes.
We're going to receive that in each one of the steps that we are using, from the toner and the cleansing gel and all of those ingredients. So we're going to make sure, here, the Vital Repair Plus and the muscadine grape. So both which are patented ingredients for anti-aging. So
that's in everything. So one tip that Shaklee gave at conference, if you weren't there, was to make sure that you take a before and after picture.
Yes.
Now, some tips that they had for this. Make sure that the picture is taken in the same type of light. Mm-hmm. So if you decide, like if I'm going to do it here in my living room, make sure I have light around me. Make sure that I also do it again in 30 days or 60 days in the exact same room. Yeah. Also, just keep your face expressionless. We don't want to, scrunch up our face and try to make it look like we have more wrinkles. And we right. I love that, Kalina. Thank you for the example. Because we want to be authentic in what we're showing there. But definitely, if you're going to choose outdoor light, if that's the way you're going to do it, then, do it the same time outdoors. Probably indoor lighting is what I would choose because you can control that and make sure it looks the same.
I agree.
Right? Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, absolutely.
Now, Shaklee is, I went to the website. I didn't see it up yet, but I don't know if I was at the right location, Kalina. But Shaklee has a marketing testimonial website that will be going live soon that will have pictures of the before and afters of individuals, so you'll be able to mail in your own testimony. I'm also finding that some of my customers, I have a man that's going to be allowing me to take some pictures of his face. So build a portfolio for yourself of before and after shots. So if you have some clients that will allow you to take a before shot, maybe You know, maybe they'll do that for just to be nice, or maybe you offer them an incentive, and build a portfolio, because I think that would be great to take to an event or when you're meeting with clients to tell them you have some great results to show them. What are your thoughts on that, Kalina?
Yeah, I can't wait to do my own before and after pictures. I took some right before a conference, anticipating that I was going to be able to get my hands on the product at the conference, but we sold out so many times that that was not possible. So that's okay. I'll take some more before pictures. Now that I have the tips too about the lighting and all those other things, I think that'll be really helpful for me to get those done properly. Also, in the chat box, I did go ahead and put that website where the testimonials will be. The marketing, it's marketing.shaklee.com/youth-testimonials. So just check the chat box if you didn't catch that, because that's a great place for you to be able to get that. And also, Shaklee will, of course, have a health chat that will be live, that has the script and everything else that goes along with it. If that's not already available to us, I honestly have not had a chance to check yet, because I've been quite busy with people who've seen a few of the updates that I posted about the skincare line, that are really excited about it. They want the science behind it. They want to get their hands on it and start having their own results.
Okay, also, I just thought of, so we will have a new product, I guess you could call it selection guide. It's going to look a little different than what we currently have. It's a little smaller. Oh, great, Kalina, you have that in front of you. So my understanding, the labels are not in this catalog. My understanding is we're going to have another catalog that is a resource guide. So if you have customers that want that info, you'll have that. But definitely, you know, get yourself a catalog, a new one. Oh, I love that picture. Thank you for sharing that, Kalina.
This catalog is extremely impressive. No, it doesn't have the labels in it, but I'll tell you, it has so much more. I mean, look at the shots that they've given to us for us to be able to use and to share. It's really impressive. It's eye-catching. It's very appealing. So your customers are going to like it, I think, as much as you do, because it's really nice to be able to scroll through it. And it has so much information. It talks about, you know, our clinical results without compromise and what that means. And so this is a phenomenal leap behind for people, because it has more information than those smaller product selection guides that we had, and just the right amount, in my opinion.
Okay, so we're gonna, before we finish, and you know, we'll go into the sports line for a minute, but we will talk a couple minutes on ways to get that info out to customers, because I think we can brainstorm on that a little bit here. Sure. Do you want to open up the mics a second and see if anybody has any questions, Kalina?
If anybody can just raise their hand if they have a question, or put it in the chat box, that would be most helpful.
Or a comment. Would anybody like to add a comment?
Yes, especially those that were in attendance at the conference. That would be really great.
Yeah, if you have something that you want to share that was an aha for you, or something that you got excited about when you heard about the skincare launch.
We do have a question that's over on Facebook about how the new CNE pods are different from the old CNE. Can you address that for us, Teresa?
Sure. So the new pod has 20% vitamin C in it. The CNE repair had 10%. And then, Kalina, you can look in the catalog for me. I don't have it in front of me, but my understanding is it also has a raspberry extract in there.
That's correct. The raspberry cell extract helps to plump, brighten, and visibly reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. So this is going to give us overall better results than the original product that we had. And the reason that it's in the small pods is because there are absolutely 0 preservatives in it. And so this was the way that they could do that. They needed to keep it as an enclosed container. And so these pods are biodegradable, so we don't have to worry about any negative impacts environmentally either.
Do you have one in front of you that you could show? I don't know if you do.
Grab it, and I forgot. I
was just looking to see if I happen to have one in front of me that I could, but that's okay. They're adorable. They're really cute. I think they'll be great to hand out as some samples. Okay, so that sort of goes over some tips about, or just some quick notes about the skincare. So then we had, if we got into the sports, and like I said, we'll spend a couple minutes talking about ways to share this and get this information out to your customers. But let's talk a little bit about the sports line. So the sports line is going to be divided into 2 lines now. It's going to be called the Performance line, which I know we had a product that was called Performance, but now the whole line is going to be called Performance. And think about the sports line divided into 2 ways now. We're going to have a line that works for the endurance athletes. So these are people who are doing tries, that are doing some extreme sports that they need the endurance. And then we're going to have the other line that is for performance, for the people who are doing Zumba. And, you know, they're going to, I'm trying to think, I do Zumba, I work out at boot camp. You know, I'm not doing tries, but I'm working out. So we have some products that perform excellently, but the sugar's lower, they're a little lighter. So we have those 2 lines of products. Right. So when you're talking to customers, go ahead. You continue. I'm going to step away 1 second and get a catalog, but go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I was just going to say that the fitness line is for the everyday fitness enthusiast. And so, like she said, the endurance line is for the triathletes, the Olympic athletes, the people who are running marathons and truly doing these all-out performance, full, heavy endurance activities. So if you are a regular gym goer, you know, 3 times a week for 45 minutes to an hour, you know, something like that, you don't need to be fueling your body the same way that these endurance athletes are. And the other products are higher in calories because they need to be, because we need to be replacing those calories that are being burned with so much exertion, and they need to fuel their bodies differently than we do. And so the 3 products that were developed for the fitness, so there's the Performance Fitness and the Performance Endurance. And that is where they're making the distinction. And you can see that in the catalog too, you know, besides the fact that they're under the one that says fitness and under the one that says endurance, the endurance ones have a plus sign with them because the products, the 3 of them are all named the same thing: energy, hydrate, and build. They've made it extremely simple for us to know what step of the process we should be using these products at. So for the fitness side, it's energy, hydrate, build. And on the endurance side, it's energy plus, hydrate plus, and build plus.
Love it. So let's, I'm going to show you guys. So this is the hydrate. What we're really excited about. Now I'm trying to figure out how to show that on my screen.
Hold it still. Hold it still.
I know. I was like, what am I doing? But it looks really big right there. Yeah. Okay. So it's now in a powder, which is so awesome. I've had so many people asking, you know, can I have this in a stick that I can take when I'm on a bike or I'm riding long distances? I don't want to be carrying a big old, you know, container. I just want to add it into my water. So now we have that available. And then we also have this energizing, I'm looking for the exact name on this, Boost Performance and Focus. So this is right here. So this is a 0-calorie energy type of drink, which is awesome. And it comes in a little stick.
For those of you who have used the energizing tea, the Shaklee 180 energizing tea, the hydrate sticks are about the same size, and the energized ones are about half the size, wouldn't you say?
Right, absolutely, yeah, half the size. You can see the difference here. They're, you know, let me get still here.
There we go.
Having an issue with that. It's like backwards. Okay, another product that got added was a product called Recover. And this is cherries in it, and also, if I heard that correctly, some of the pain relief complex.
Yes,
and this is correct. Right. So this is to use, an athlete would use this to help recover faster. And in fact, I had somebody who just ran a try, and they had called me before this product was out, and they were looking for something that would help them get that muscle soreness out faster. Mm-hmm. And so we have that product too.
It's a polyphenol blend along with the pain relief complex. And
okay.
So we're very, that one's really neat. I can't wait to get that one in action because I don't like to be sore after a workout. I like to work my butt off, and that's enough for me to know I did it. I don't want to have trouble sitting down or going upstairs the next day. I don't know about you guys, but.
And then we have another product, which is the Build product, which is 100% grass-fed whey protein. So we have a new protein drink that has come out. It's in chocolate and vanilla. This is for athletes that they're going to use after their workout. Again, low on the sugar. And so we have something now for everybody. I love that. Thanks for showing that picture there. So we have something that will fit every person no matter where they're at on that spectrum of working out. This will be great if you are talking or you have the opportunity to talk to gyms. If you have the opportunity, you have a friend or somebody you know that's got a fitness studio, this can meet everything that they need, which I think is awesome. What other comments do you have, Kalina, on the sports line?
I don't know. I'm like looking through my notes, and I took so many notes that I'm having a difficult time picking out the very best thing to share with you guys. But I think that you really covered it with, the breakdown of what each of the products are. In reality, you guys, we could spend a half an hour educating about each one of these product lines. But we're trying to make sure that we give you the right amount of information without, giving you guys too much, just really, so we don't talk for too long. But, with any workout, you need to have your head on straight. You need to be able to focus, and that's exactly what Energize is going to give to you. So, it's the before, the during, the after, and the after. So it's kind of like Shaklee 180, right? Where you have each piece of the puzzle for you to make sure that you are at your best during each phase of your workout. And to make sure, with that recovery at night, your body just needs that extra rest. And so adding the pain relief complex in there was extremely smart of Shaklee. I love that they thought of that. And you guys, we had the Olympic athletes along with the Shaklee scientists, as well as some of the Shaklee personal trainers that were in the field that own and operate their own gyms. They're physical trainers themselves, and they were helping in the creation and the development and the experiment process of using these products all along the way. So we have people who are know far more about fitness than we do that have developed these products so that we can have make the very best of them.
So definitely make sure there's a lot of videos that are that Shaklee's created. So feel free to check those out so you can learn about the sports products. One of the best ways to learn about both of these product lines is to order the products. So that way you can test them, taste them, see how they work. But definitely if you don't have an opportunity to do that right now, then just check out the videos so you can start, really learning what this is all about. So let's spend a minute before we talk about a couple other things that happened at conference, just covering a few ideas regarding how to get some of this information out to members. So if you want to talk about the skincare right now, then I would, let's just say you're going to focus on that. I would set up some update appointments over the next few weeks. And what you do is tell them that you want to get the new products in their hands so they can see them and touch them. And I bring a new catalog for the individuals, and I put the skincare right on their hands so they can feel it. And that's going to help get some volume. In addition to sending emails out, making phone calls, all of those pieces, I really try to get in front of people. So Kalina, questions or comments that you have? I know not questions, something you want to add about how you're going to get this info out to people?
I'm making a lot of phone calls right now and setting up one-to-ones. And like I said, I don't even have the skincare product yet. And I'm calling everybody and saying we need to get together because I got to see, touch, and feel the products at conference. And so, it's really just about getting in front of the people, schedule those demos, make sure that whether or not you think that they want the product, that you get it on their hands. Oh, and, we mentioned the before and after pictures for yourselves. Definitely do that. But also a very wise woman I was sitting next to at conference mentioned to remember that you do your hand, one hand, pick a hand, your left or your right, and make it the hand that you do each time you do your face, do that one hand also so that you can really show the difference without having to, take off your makeup and show them your bare skin, right?
Exactly, and it'll help you to stay excited about it because you're going to see such a difference in your hand. Now, if you're really, what do I want to say?
Brave.
Yeah, brave. And I don't think I am because when Emphysol came out the first time, I did half my face for 4 weeks.
I'm not doing that.
You can walk up and pick up, see the difference. But when I saw how much change happened to people, I'm like, don't think I'm going to do it this time because it would be a lot to catch up on.
No, I do not recommend that at all. Maybe like one arm or, like you said, one hand, one
your
foot.
hand.
You do not do it to your face. It'll take too long to catch up.
Oh, yeah. All right. So let's see if anybody has a question. Feel free to raise your hand. I'll open up your mic if you want to say something or, just say hello. You can welcome to do that. I see Julie over there and Jean, hi, and Anna Marie.
I don't see any hands raised as I scroll through and look at
You guys want to use your mic and say hello? We can just have you do that if you'd like to try it out to say hello. Come on, Julie. I know you're looking at it.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Oh, that's wonderful. Hi, you guys.
Thank you so much for joining in. We love it.
All right. Woohoo. Anything you'd like to say or have a question on?
No, not yet.
Okay, great.
Are these products exciting for you to be hearing about?
They are. We haven't been doing any selling lately, but I'm wanting to get back into it. So these products sound really good.
Yeah, I think this will make a big shift in a lot of people's businesses because it isn't something, I mean, yeah, it's a skincare product. There's other skincare lines out there, but there is nothing like this that is out there. And so we have a really big advantage that we have to offer that nobody else can.
Yeah, so we're definitely excited about that. So definitely. I mean, and like I said, when I saw the changes in people's faces, I was like, so pumped. Okay, a couple other things that happened, and I don't think we'll spend another because I know we're at 9:30, so we'll just highlight it, and then we'll spend another call talking about it. I think, Kalina, if that's okay. We had some changes happen with. We have a preferred member now. Program that was announced, and then we also have a program for distributors. So we have some new incentives that Shaklee has put together, ways that you can get paid daily now, which is awesome. And we have some new distributor kits that have come out. So different ways that people can join when they want to become a distributor. So you might have noticed in your back office now that when you look at My Business, there is a different setup on the back office of that system. Now, Shaklee has it set up right now that you can toggle back and forth between the old system and the new system, just so you can get used to it. But probably, I don't know, probably by the end of the year, they will have the new system, in line for everybody. But go into your back office if you haven't done that in a while. You'll see that there's a new look to some of it. And it's really designed so you can track what is happening towards the incentives. So when you sign up some new preferred members, you are going to earn some bonuses for that. And when you sign up, it's 3 preferred members in, I think, a 3-month time, and 3 distributors in a 3-month time. Correct, Kalina, if I said that right?
Yes, I think it's both in 3 months.
Right. So you have the opportunity to earn income, extra income, some nice bonuses for doing that. And so Shaklee has a great tracking system that you can see where you're at. And when you have directors on your team, you'll also have access to be able to see their home screen so you can see where they're at. And so when you're coaching them, you'll be able to help them with that. So I think we'll spend a full evening, or our next call going into that a little bit more. Anything you want to add on that, Kalina?
I just really value what Shaklee did for us on that to make it more visible within our organization and within our downline. They're going to make it easier for us to be able to target individuals who've done the health print and send them pertinent information to whatever their top 3 health goals were. They've got everything set up for us so that we do not really ever have to recreate the wheel. They've got it there for us. They're taking the guesswork and a lot of the legwork out of things for us. But I do appreciate what they did in leaving that comfort zone there for people who aren't quite ready for the change, who want their old dashboard and want their old system and things like that. So if you are that person, if this sort of change makes you a little bit uncomfortable, then know that Shaklee thought of you and that they are going to be taking care of you. But if you're somebody who has been dying for a way to easier track your people and see what's going on within your organization and really make it simple so that you can see visibly where you are with your trackers and how many circles you need filled and in what time period. And and they have the next best action feature. Yeah, we definitely need an entire call on this on all of the changes that have done here, because they made it so fantastic for us. I really believe you're absolutely going to love it.
Yeah, and I think what we'll be able to talk about, let's do that next call.
Yeah.
Why don't we do that? Because then what we'll also break down, they have the system now set up that you're going to be getting reminders when it's a customer's anniversary, and you can send a quick email to them. So we'll walk through, and maybe Kalina, she's so skilled at this, she can bring up a couple a couple screens so we can walk through how you guys can use this in your business. So they've really set up the technology for us, and so we can spend, let's do that the next call. That sounds like a great thing, that we can spend some time talking about the back office and really how to use that for your growth in your business. But I want to also just stress right now, if you have not signed up, the next conference next year is going to be in Las Vegas. We're going to be in Vegas, baby. Yeah. Make sure that you sign up for that. Right now, ticket prices are $149. I know Jennifer has, if you call her quickly tomorrow, she has a 10-pack. I think she may have 2 more tickets left or 3 more tickets left at the $100 price. So if you are dying to get signed up, call her right away in the morning and see if you can get in on that $100 price.
That is a steal. If we can get even half the training and the energy that we were given at this conference, at the next conference, which Shaklee always delivers that at our global conference. If you can get that amount of training for your business for $99 or $149 or $249, but we don't have to pay that much, it's a steal of a deal, because what they provided us with this past weekend was very, very valuable.
You don't want to miss another conference. The amount of training that we had, this conference was amazing.
That's August 16th through the 19th next year. We will be at Caesar's Palace, and they do have the room blocks already open. So if you want to make sure that you reserve a room on site, go ahead and call Caesar's Palace for those details, and they can tell you all about it.
And, if you would do a shout out to Team Glacken, if you don't have some people, I'm sure you can find some people to room with. So a lot of people like to put 4 people in a room. So it keeps the cost down. You can bring your shakes with each meal. Yeah, I do. So I'm only buying 1 meal. You can keep this conference down, to a nice, reasonable price and get a lot of value out of that. So, I'm going to add that. Anybody have any questions before we close out, or any comments anybody wants to make?
Well, I checked the other pages and checked for hands raised. I'll also mention that our next call is going to be on August 28th. Same time, same place, 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, either here in the Zoom room, which I will post, because I believe it'll give me a different ID number each time. So, of course, that will be posted in Team Glacken. Be sure you get registered. We do have a limited number of seats that in this room. And of course, we'll put it on the Facebook live stream as well in Team Glacken, so you can join us there if we run out of rooms. But we do love having you guys here in the Zoom room. It's great to participate. So again, that is August 28th that we will do the next call. And we're going to go over a few more of those business things and cover some of the changes to the dashboard and the back office and myshaklee.com.
Oh, and you made me just remember, Kalina, if you happen to know, if you're in the Chicago area or near the Chicago area in October, I want to say it's the 13th and 14th. Okay. Shaklee is going to be having a regional meeting here. They're going to be changing it up. It's going to be a little more hip. Going to be at a restaurant vibe, either downtown or in the suburbs. And they're going to be talking skincare, and they're going to be talking sports nutrition. So I think Friday night will be skincare, and Saturday will be sports. Now, here's the deal. You cannot come to these meetings unless you bring someone who is brand new, who has never been a Shaklee member. It's $20 for each person to come, if I understand that correctly, right?
Friday night.
Okay.
Friday night.
Okay. So you definitely, this is a great way that Shaklee has put together to help you guys grow your businesses. If you can get people in front of Shaklee Corporate, it's going to blow up your business. So definitely look that up on the website if you're local in the Chicago area. Actually, check out the Shaklee Corporate site. They are going to be in, I think, 10 different states over the next few months.
Right.
And
and the first one is just next week or the following week in Denver. So they are starting really quickly to have these events. So check out, they're called LYL events, which of course stands for Love Your Life, Look Younger Longer, and there was one other one. But Shaklee's using that LYL for these events, which is fantastic. And Teresa is right. It is $20 for members and distributors, and you do need to bring a guest as a distributor. Members, if you want to attend, there is no guest requirement, but you must pay the $20. And the great thing about that is members who do decide to upgrade to distributor at that event, the $20 will be part of the cost of their distributorship. So they're taking that $20 right off to make sure that it's not an additional, charge but in all honesty, I think that what we're going to get out of these events would be worth the $20. So that's going to be great. And then on Saturdays, there will have the fitness focus, like Teresa mentioned, and they're going to
we're actually going to be doing a class.
Yes, you'll be able to sample and use the products. So come dressed for fitness, because they're going to do a few things for us so that we can use the products, which I think is really awesome. So they're going to cover both of the new product lines, give us lots of information about that. So the LYL event is on October 13th and 14th, and they're going to cover the 3 steps of the process they want all of us using, which is the presentation, demonstration, invitation. So make sure that you will get to understand what all of that is. And oh, nope, that's a different link. So yeah, you want to be there.
Okay, so definitely go check out the Shaklee website, see where one in your area is going to be, and it's a great way to grow your business. Like I said, they're really looking for a hip, young type of vibe to this. It's not going to be in a hotel. It's going to have a different look to this meeting. They said they specifically want to have a different look for the launch of this skincare. So I think it'll be really great to be at. Okay, so I think we've covered a lot of updates, given you guys a lot tonight. So hopefully it wasn't too overwhelming.
Talk about the BB cream.
You're right. How did I miss that? Okay.
We have much more to discuss, you guys. So if you didn't hear about the BB cream, drop a line either on the Facebook page or, we can start a conversation or a thread like that in Team Glacken about the BB cream.
We'll tell them a little bit.
That's exciting. So there's the BB cream. It comes in 4 different shades.
Well, first tell them what a BB cream is, because certain people over certain ages like me did not know what a BB cream was.
I had no idea what it was either. I literally looked at Charisse and I was like, what is BB cream? I have no idea what this is. So it's, I don't want to call it a foundation because foundations are typically thicker, but it's called a beauty bar. And it is a moisturizer that has some tones to it. So it's not a tinted moisturizer, so to speak, because it truly is a makeup product. And what it's designed to do is to moisturize your skin. It has that SPF 30 in it as well. And it's like the finishing touch that you put on. And so many of the presenters that were up on stage this weekend, Heather Chastain being one of them, said that that was all that she had on her face. She had some other stuff on her eyes because it doesn't, go on your eyes. But they had some demonstrations that they were doing in the expo in the Shaklee zone. And they had the makeup artist actually doing the full coverage on the face. And then he was even contouring with it to do blush. And he was lightening around the eyes. So there's 4 different colors. The number 1 is for fair skin. The number 2 is for skin tones that have a yellow undertone. The number 3 is for the skin tones that have a pink undertone. And the number 4 is for the golden. It's really more of a golden color, a darker tone to it. And what I found very, very surprising was that he used that number 4, that darker color, on almost every single skin type that he did. So unless you truly have very fair skin, chances are you're going to need that number 4. So unless you are, just very fair skin, then you can probably get away with the number 1. Unless you want to do some contouring, then you're going to want the number 4. But if you are the pink undertone or the yellow undertone, go ahead and buy that number 2 or 3, whichever corresponds. But I would really recommend throwing that number 4 on there so that you can get the right tone that's there for you. And a neat tool that Shaklee gave us also is a color chart, so that when we're sitting down with people, we can place that chart up to, this, they said to put it, in this area right here so that you can see the skin tone, and you can really help them to purchase the right BB cream for them.
That was great. And people were very excited. Like
Yes,
Kalina
there
said,
was a lot of screaming for that one. People were pumped.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is it? I don't understand.
And it really finished the look for people. So I think, again, this is going to open up some doors. And I was just amazed. I had talked to some woman customer of mine who had said she spent like $70 on some BB creams. So when she heard the price of ours, she was thrilled to have a natural BB cream, because she was using something that was not so natural and paying kind of money. So this will be a great option. I see, Julie, you're shaking your head over there. Have you heard of BB creams before? No, you haven't. Okay. I was thinking you had, because I thought, well, maybe you're hip and you know what a BB cream is.
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, I think you'll love it.
Same boat, but I think we're all going to be really, really pleased with this product. It felt very nice. And I was totally the guy in the expo who was like, all right, give me a 2 and a 3. I want to see which color on my hand. I held up my hands and I'm looking at them going, well, they kind of look the same, but this one looks a little lighter. And I was like, I didn't want to put any more on top of what I had. So I was like, put a number 4 on my arm. And she put it on my arm and it was so dark. I was like, oh, okay. So then they're trying to lighten it up and everything else. And thank goodness they had the basic H wipes there so that I could not walk away looking like I had this big, brown spot on my arm. So you guys, it's going to be a lot of fun experimenting with these different colors. You can get them in a 4-pack if you're a distributor who's going to be doing some different sampling on people and things like that, or letting them sample on themselves rather. But so you can really play with the colors, find the right color for you, and understand how to help others find the right color for themselves. Of course, you can buy them individually as well if you're just looking to match your own skin tone. Then use those different markers that we talked about the fair, yellow, and the different undertones like that.
And besides the fact that, we've been talking a lot about how obviously the products are going to work, I think this is really going to explode your businesses from finding builders too, because there's a lot of people that are interested in skin care and earning extra income. So I think this is going to open up a lot more doors for you guys, and just getting in conversations about the business too. So we're excited. If you can't tell, a lot of data, but a lot of excitement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll let you guys go. I know it is, we went way over, but anyways, we had a lot to cover. So we'll be back in 2 weeks. Anything else you want to add, Kalina?
No, not that I can think of, but you guys keep the momentum from conference going. If you weren't there, plug into somebody who was, because a lot of really wonderful things are happening in a lot of people's businesses. So get out, get involved, get on some calls, and get going. So good luck. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Bye now. We'll see you guys soon.
All right. Bye-bye.